So today's presentation is going to be about tour leading, an art of being an ambassador. So this tagline was suggested to me by my manager Komal, who really thinks that it's not just a job, it's really an art, and we will be discussing about it as in how or why we call it an art and not just a job. So yes, ambassador actually translates to representative, and being a tour leader, you're representing your country or you can say your city or your region to the people visiting it. So it's not just a job where you go and you meet people and have food with them and you just go home, but it's a lot more than that. It's an act of a lot of my voice is not audible. Am I not audible?
some voice are coming out. सब लोग अपना म्यूट कर ले प्लीज.
There's some just got no. Yeah. Okay. Now is it fine? Is it working now? This. Am I audible now?
Yes, yes, Srishti, you are
Okay.
audible. You can start. Yeah.
Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah. So I was talking about how it's an art where you're not just meeting people and showing them places and going back home, but it's a lot more than that. You are not just taking people around, you are taking your friends around, you're making the whole world like it's a very small world, and these people are all your friends and family whom you're meeting from all the corners of the world. So yes, they like once they're here and they're having the tour with you, they might go home, like they might love it so much that once they're home they start talking about the tour, the organization or the country to their friends and family. And once these friends and family are visiting us again, they like the people whom they had the tour with you, they might recommend to do these friends and family, and once they are in here they would like to have you again, to have those special memories of this place and everything that they're going to do once they are here in this country. So before I get into the further into the presentation, let me start with a short story as in how I got into the tourism and more specifically into tour leading. So this is from ninth standard when one of my cousins visited us and we were having this discussion on our dinner table as to what we want to do in future, what we would like to be, and what would we like to. So I have a twin sister who readily said that, okay, I want to become an engineer. But I wasn't really sure because I wasn't good at academics and I wasn't really good at it, and I was not really sure what to do and what not. And so I just casually told him that, okay, I would like to do something like, into adventure. And this is when he said, okay, so why don't you join IITTM? They have this specialization in adventure tourism. And this is how I was introduced to IITTM. And that thing stuck in my mind. And I was like, okay, now I have to do it. But once I had finished my 10th standard, then again, all of my friends were getting into science. And just like a sheep in that herd, I also got into science. But I wasn't, of course, very happy with it. So once I completed my 12th standard, I was again, in that dilemma. Like, what should I do now? Like, I can't really go into engineering. So what should I do now? And this is when again that Kira came back to me, and then I started looking for colleges and providing that course or graduation in tourism. And that was also the year when Delhi University have started this 4-year program. Like all the graduation courses they have turned into 4-year programs, and that was the time that they have scraped all the professional courses from their list, and tourism was also one of them. So I didn't really have any choice, and I had to opt for distant learning from EGNU, and this is from where I did my graduation in tourism. And it was in the second year of my graduation that I read about an article in the newspaper talking about a course called Birsa Sati, which was conducted by IIT. So I didn't really know anything about this course, but I knew that this has been conducted by IITTM, and I had to go for it. So this is when I applied for it, and like this course has started, and I didn't hear from anybody, so I wasn't sure. Like I wasn't selected for it. Like this is what I thought, but I still tried to give it a shot, and I called. In the college, and Pandeji picked up the phone and he was like, I told him that I'm Srishti and I didn't get any call or any confirmation about this course, so what should I do? And then he was like, Arey, we were trying to call you for so long, but your phone was like, it was going switch off and we could not have any contact with you. Then I was like, can I come now? And he was like, yes, why not? You can come till noon and you can join the course. And then I was like super happy. I was on cloud nine, and then I got ready, get to the college. And when I entered the college, at the reception, I met Ankita ma'am and Aditi ma'am. They were standing there, and I was like, I got so hyped, I got so panicked. I was like, I need to attend this course. Where is this happening? And they were like, okay, calm down. This is the lunch break going on. Have some lunch, and then you can attend the course. And I was like, no, I really need to get into the class. Please let me know where it is going on. And they were like, okay, calm down, have food, and then we'll go in there and have sessions and all. And this is how it all started. So talking about Virsa Sathi, it basically translates to heritage escorting. And it was this time that I was exposed to tour leading, as in what tour leading really means and what it is. So like just like you guys are having seminars or webinars now, just like this we used to have different sessions every day, and we didn't even used to know about it, like what is the next session that we're going to have. And that used to be so exciting for us. Like one day we are learning about photography, the other day it is about heritage, the other day it is about culture or tourism, responsible tourism and whatnot. So that used to be super exciting for us, and I learned a lot from that course. Like I can say that this course really changed my life, and now I knew about tour leading, and this is when I told all the teachers whom I met there that okay, what should I do to get into tour leading and everything. And this is how I was exposed to it. And of course later on in 2016 I joined the MBA IITTM, and this is from here in 2018 I was placed with the Urban Adventures, Delhi Urban Adventures. So talking, can you please change the slide, sir? Sir, have you changed the slide, because I can't see the presentation. Lama sir? Is Lama sir there?
Yeah, just hold on.
Sorry, sir. Okay. Because I can see the presentations.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Now it's okay? You can see now?
No.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
You can see the PPT now?
No, sir.
Abhi?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let me just open it up here, and then I'll let you know which slide to show.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so now this is the Urban Adventures one. Yeah, okay, so let me just give you a brief of what Urban Adventures is. So Urban Adventures is an Australian brand which conducts city tours, right? So here we have Interpret Travel. You can see in the logo, there is this Interpret on the left-hand side. So Interpret Travel conducts longer day tours, and Urban Adventures conducts city tours, maybe in the cities which would be a part of Interpret tours too. Yeah, so Urban Adventures is in around 160 destinations across the world, and Interpret Travel is also in those countries wherever we are running Urban Adventures. And talking about India, we have Urban Adventures in Delhi. and Kochi. We might have one in Varanasi too, but God knows when we'll be having that now. So yes, this is about urban adventures. And like, you know what, for the people who know me from my MBA times and now, they would know how drastically I have changed since then. And like, this company or this work has literally changed me a lot, and through all the ups and downs of my career and all the learning and development I have got through, through this work, through meeting all the people, and through all the learnings I have had during this entire 2.5 year time. Like, I last year I was awarded, so the next slide, I was awarded as the Guide of the Year, Global Guide of the Year at the Global Urban Adventures Conference held in Athens, Greece. Though I couldn't attend it because of my visa issues and all, that's fine. But getting to achieve, getting to achieve this thing and reaching that level is something like that I'm going to remember throughout my life. This is a memory that is going to be with me throughout my whole life. And I'm really, really thankful to this organization, and like, whatever I have gained from here, and also to Komal, who's the manager with Delhi Open Adventures. Like, I have literally gained and learned a lot during this whole time. And this is what today's presentation is going to be, as in what I have learned in Urban Adventures, and in, like, during leading all these tours for the past 2.5 years with Delhi Open Adventures. So the next slide now. So it says tour leader, and this slide is about the responsibilities of a tour leader, as in like, what are your responsibilities when you're working on the field. So now the first point says, run the whole trip smoothly, starting from the first stop till the end. So, talking about urban adventures, our trip starts from meeting the guests at the hotel and to take them around for 4 or maximum 8 hours and drop them back to the hotel. So, this is our responsibility being a part of daily urban adventures. But if you are leading longer day tours, same for domestic travel and outbound and inbound tourism, whatever it is. So, so now, like, from the point of the time that these people are entering your country, they are your responsibility because you are their first hand contact. And whatever is going to happen from this time till the time they leave the country, like, you are the one who's responsible for it, because they have paid for you, they have come here to meet you, and they really trust you with everything that you're going to do throughout that entire trip. So you literally own them, you literally own that tour and everything, and whatever you're going to do, you can even make or break that tour. Now, the next point says, arrange tour guides for particular places or sites. Here, I have highlighted the term tour guides because tour leading and tour guiding are two entirely different things. And tour guiding literally means that you're specialized in something, in some monument or something. And in India, we have this regional wise division of tour guides, and IITTM conducts that course only. And also that depends on your birth state, right? Like, if I'm born in Delhi, then I'll have my domicile of Delhi, and then I'm allowed to guide within the northern India region, and so on. So being a tour guide gives me a license to guide in UNESCO heritage monuments in the area where a tour leader is not allowed to guide. Like, I can enter Qutub Minar, I can enter Humayun's tomb, but I'm not allowed to talk about the monument or to talk about everything that is there in the complex, because that is a tour guide's job, not my, like, it's not like it's not my job, but I'm not allowed to, because I'm not holding that license. So this would be illegal for me to go in there and talk about the monument, because I'm restricted, I'm prohibited from doing so. And this picture that you can see on the slide is from Qutub Minar. So of course, this whole group had a tour guide who led throughout the entire complex, and he's the one who got this picture for us. And on the back is a live minar. Okay, so now let's come to the third point, which is very important. because now they're coming to the country. Like now you need to showcase them the local culture, history, and cuisine, which is the first and foremost point why they are in India. Because anybody who is coming to India, no, they're coming to experience its culture, its food for sure, and its people and history, like the rich history that we have it here. So if you fail to deliver that, then you fail to deliver the whole tour. Because you know what, like they love talking about India, its people, how we live in this country. Are we still live with like the whole family? Do we still live in joint families, or do we still have this culture of arranged marriage and everything? So they love hearing about everything, and like this is very interesting for them. And like if we fail to deliver that to them, then that's something sad. Yeah. So coming to the next point, connect tourists with locals. Very important, because there will be times where they might need to have a contact with locals, be it like while shopping or while having something from like from a food store or anything from 24/7 or anything. They might need your help, because not every time both of them, like the locals and the guests, might not be compatible with the languages or anything. So this is your responsibility to make that smooth, to make that transaction or make that communication smooth. Yeah. Ensure responsible behavior of tourists towards nature, locals, and hosts. Very, very important, because like now they are in your country, they cannot really exploit it, and you cannot really let them do so. So once they are in your country, like what, little things matter. And now once they are in here, it's summer, they would be needing a lot of water. And like while having that water, they might be buying throughout the whole way. They might be buying 1 liter bottle from there, and there, and there. And during this whole thing, they are generating a lot of plastic, which we cannot really allow, because our mother nature is not allowing us to generate that much plastic and waste, right? So in that case, you can ask them to refill their bottles wherever possible. Maybe from hotel, they can use the water from water dispenser. Or if they are buying bottles and it's completely necessary, then why not buy a 2 liter water bottle rather than having one? So these little things do matter. And now talking about locals and hosts, there are times that people are not aware of our culture, or what, like how it works in here. So taking an example of Akshardham temple, or say Jama Masjid, there they are not allowed to wear clothes above knees. So now if you see in a group that this person is wearing short clothes, then you can just let them know that they were not aware of it, but if you let them know, then that would be a great thing. But if you forget to do so, or like somehow it doesn't come out, then now they are in Jama Masjid and they're not allowed to get in because of that short clothes, then that would not really work well, and that would show your like how loose you are, or how like you're not really interested in your job or something like that. So you really need to make sure these little things while working on a tour or while delivering a tour. So this is just a like very short list of the responsibilities of a tour leader. And once you go on field, you will learn, like these are important ones, but once you go on the field, you will have like you will learn more about all these things, like as in how to become a better leader with time and everything. Now let's get on to the next slide about the values of a tour leader, as in what makes you a great tour leader or a good tour leader. Okay. So starting with passionate, so this is something that I relate to the most, and this is something that I really believe in the most. Because if you're not passionate about your job or the country or the people, then you cannot really reflect it, through your work. So if there are people coming to your country and you're like, okay, see this is milestone and this is Kutubuna, okay, now let's go. So it won't really work, because what, once you're reflecting it, once you show that love through your work, it will literally transfer to those people, and how much you love it, they are going to love it even more. Like it can happen. And one, like what, for the first time when I went to Taj Mahal, I was so depressed to see the whole, how crowded it is and everything. But if this is what we're going to tell to our guests, to the travelers, like for whom this has always been in the bucket list, then somewhere down the line they are not going to like you, because like now you're there standing at Taj Mahal and you're like, oh, see how crowded it is, and like I don't even know why people come in here in, in huge number. They would not really appreciate it. So yes, you should really, reflect that love for your culture and for your people, for your country, while delivering the tours. Self-motivated, somewhere related to passion. So there can be times when, like, you are having a hard time. Maybe you had, last night you had a breakup, or you had a fight with your girlfriend. Now you're on a tour and you're like, why on, like, why on earth I'm on this tour? Like, I'm not at all interested in giving this tour or in delivering this tour. And then there's this lady, this poor lady who has spent a lot of money on you, for having your expertise, and now you're like, so dull and you're not really, interested in it. So this would not really work. You need to be self-motivated. You need to have that zeal in you for work, for your, again, for everything for which you are working, for which you are on field and everything, right? Destination knowledge, nothing would work without it, because like if you don't have knowledge, what is the point of being a leader? They have got you for your expertise, right? So like we can, of course, we cannot be experts every time. We are not encyclopedia, though people who come in here, they do believe us to be so, or they expect us to be so, but you cannot be an encyclopedia. But like what I used to do, or what I do on my tours, is that every time I'm on a tour and I didn't really know that thing, so I'll note it down. Like once I'll go home, I'll note it down and I'll make sure that I know this now. And the next time it is like, next time someone is asking me the same question, I should be able to deliver that. Yeah. You need to be fun, because again, nobody wants to have a history lecturer on the tour, and they don't really expect to have history lecturers on their tours. Some might want it, but most of them do not. So you need to be fun while on the tours, and fun can mean different for different people. Like for some leaders, fun is to make them eat, like who's going to eat more momos, or who's going to go like come up fast from Aggraseki Bali, like from down, who can come fast up to the top. So this can be fun for one person, but for me, fun is like, talking about my daily life and what I do with my friends, where I go, and how is my family like and everything. So fun means different to different people, and if you are having fun, they will have fun. So yeah, let's have fun on the tour and they will enjoy it a lot. Team player, like now you have this group of 12 to 16 people, and like there's this one person who's like very interested in knowing everything, and you are just loving this person for, asking a lot of questions and having so much of interest with you in everything. So now you are having a lot of conversation with the single person, but then there are other people on the group too, and there can be a person who is a bit annoying to the group, and then you are excluding that person out of the group. So it should not really happen. You're not here to include or exclude someone. You're here to, you are a leader, you are a team player, and you need to take the whole the whole group together. Yeah. Prompt decision making. In our trainings, we are given an example or a quote. We are told a quote which says, "Be a swan." Like be a swan in a way that a swan, when you see it from the surface, so soft and, like so smooth it seems like, but down below he's like really paddling super fast. So this is basically shows like prompt decision making. What it really means, generally means, is like there can be situations like very panicking situations. There can be times that like this road has been blocked and now there is no other way to reach the next stop. Now what should you do? There can be times that you reached Gandhi Smriti, say for an example, and it's closed. Now what should you do? So like there are times when it happens, and it has happened with me too, of course, during the starting times, that I would get panicked. And now when I have panicked, it is on my face. And now the people who are with me, they see me and they're like, what is happening over here? Even she cannot control, like, what's going on, then how can we? Like, now what should we do? And they would start taking things under their control. Yeah. So it should not show up. There, of course, there are a lot of things going on in everyone's mind, but you cannot really show this up. And if you are like, if you're alert every time and you know what's going on and you can handle the situations perfectly, then this would literally make you the best leader ever. Yeah. So yeah, these are some values which are very important, to have for being a tour leader. So yes, and yes, like, this job is always fun, like most of the times it's fun, but of course there are some challenges associated with it too. So let's come to the next slide about challenges. What are the challenges of this job? And of course, the first and foremost challenge of being a freelancer is the financial instability that is with us throughout the whole time. And you know what? The moment I joined Urban Adventures, I was thinking that, okay, I'm having this like freelance. Sometimes we think that it's a part-time thing. And this is what I thought for the very first time when I joined Urban Adventures. I was like, okay, this is something part-time. Now I need to figure out a full-time job and then I'll keep doing it on weekends and stuff. But this doesn't really work this way, right? And the first lunch, and I got to know about, like, now I cannot really get a full-time job, and now I'm stuck with this thing which is really financially unstable. So what should I do now? So in the first meeting that I had with Komal, that like we all had, all the new joinees had with Komal, I told her, okay, like, I am fine here with one season, and then I might not be able to, continue later on, because this is a very financially unstable thing, and I don't think it will work for me or for my parents. And I haven't even asked my parents yet if I'm going, like, if it's okay for them or not. But I took the verdict on myself, and I was like, no, 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 it won't work for them, and it won't work for me at all. And I'm going to do the season only, and then I'll be on my own way. And now this is my third year. Like, I'm going to start my third year with Urban Adventures, and I'm not thinking of leaving it any sooner. So, like, I'm in love with this job. But yes, this is a challenge that we face with freelancing, that we do have this financial instability always with us. And it is a seasonal job, because talking about inbound tourism, we have this season starting from mid of September till the end of March, and then starting from April till, say, August, we do not really have any work. So this is just the lean time for us. There's no work in there. But yeah, so we will talk about opportunity later on. Sorry. So yeah, this is a seasonal job. So it can work adversely for some people. Regular traveling, not really a thing with Delhi Urban Adventures, because we are conducting tours for 4 or 8 hours, so it's not really a thing for us. But for people like in domestic tourism also, it can be a MICE thing, or in inbound also, for intrepid travel, people associated with intrepid travel, that you are out of your home most of the time, say for maybe 1 month or 2 months. It can be longer or shorter or anything. And during this time, you are like, every day you are eating food outside, and then you start missing that ghar ka khana. And like, you know what, in inbound tourism, and like Diwali and Holi are the major festivals for which people like come to India, and they are so fascinated by, like, they are so fascinated with our festivals and everything, and they do really want to experience everything in India. So these are like high times, peak times for us. And now the tours are going on, you cannot go home, you cannot meet your family or be with your family during those festivals. So it can hit hard for some people, not for everybody, but it can be a challenge for some people working in this sector, in tour leading. Adverse conditions, so like summers or heat. Heat is a big example for it, because people, westerners, are not really, adjusted to the hot summers that we get here in Delhi or in India. So but they're like, like, it's not like completely lean season, it's not like it's completely like there's nobody coming to this country. There are a few people coming to this country because now the tickets are cheaper and the travels are cheaper, and the in America, like summer vacations are going on, so a lot of Americans travel in summer. But it can get hard for tour leader to how to manage these people who cannot bear the heat at all. So it's a big challenge. It's not a challenge for the leader, of course, because they are doing their job, but it can be a challenge as in how to manage those people. Yeah. Theft, lost items can happen anytime. Maybe you're traveling in a metro. What's that? You're traveling in the metro and then a pickpocketer came in and have took your wallet or mobile phone or anything. And in this case, of course, we will be filing an FIR. We will be going to the police station and we'll be doing all the required documentation and everything. But now this person has lost his mobile phone or passport, or it can be anything, and then you have 15, 16 other people waiting for you to finish with your job and continue with the tour. So it can get pretty tricky, as in how to handle this whole situation. Missing people can happen, like it should not really happen, but can happen. Sometimes it does happen that now you have left from one stop and everybody is in the bus, one person left out, and you have reached the next step and next stop, and now you have realized, okay, we are missed with one person, he or she is left on the last stop. So of course you need to be alert and you should be careful of all the people in your group and everything. It has happened, and like that's why I have written it here, because it has happened in one of the tours with Intrepid Travel. So yes, you need to be very careful and alert the whole time you're leading your tours, and you cannot really miss any moment in there on your trip. Accident, illness can happen to anybody, because now they are coming to the country from different parts of the world and they are not used to the water, the weather, the food and anything. And it's pretty like it happens most of the time that people do get ill at some point of time during their trip to India. So, and during these cases, we are not allowed to, advise any medication or anything to them, because the chemical composition of the medicines that we have in here is very different from the ones that they get back home. So it's just upon them. They can visit doctor or anything, but we cannot advise medicines on our own. कि ठीक है, सर दर्द हो रहा है तो tiger balm लगा लो and all that. We are not allowed to do that. Yeah, so accidents can happen anytime. Just to give you an example, one of my very dear friends, she led her first tour, Delhi to Kathmandu with Intrepid Travels, and then when they were in Chitwan National Park, there was this guy who went to ATM, and then he was coming back, and a snake has bit him just when he was getting down the ATM. So now she got to know about the situation. She went to him. They have admitted him to the hospital. He got fine. He got better. And then everybody was just like praising her for, her alertness and everything that she has done very promptly, prompt decision making that she has done during that time, that she has saved his life. And everybody was like, okay, you were so calm and you have done it so, greatly. And like, even if I think of it, I'm like, okay, how did you handle it? But this is what, these are the signs of a true leader, how you handle these situations, because these are the times that the people who are with us need us the most. So we cannot afford to get panicked or get afraid of these situations. Transport issues can happen all the time, like tire puncture, or there are no seat belts in the bus or in the car, or maybe like a crack in the windshield or anything. So we need to take into account each and every detail while using any transport, be it public or private transport. Fuzzy passengers, not many people talk about it, but it's true. There are people who are so annoying, like they're really annoying. There can be this lady who has traveled to India 10 to 20 times, and now again she's on a tour and she thinks that he's an Indian, and she's not letting the tour leader say anything, and she's always forcing her opinions on the group, as in like whatever he or she is saying, whatever the leader is saying is wrong, you should go according to me, you should go there and you should go to that shop, you should eat this and that. So it happens. Passengers can also be fuzzy at times, and being a leader, you should know how to control such people. So yes, we have talked enough of challenges. So now let's come to the opportunities that you get as a tour leader. So first and foremost, of course, I'm talking about this throughout the entire, throughout the entire session, that you meet people from all over the world, and it's not just that you are the one who's just like talking and talking and talking, and you are the one जो कि सबको ज्ञान बांट रहा है trip पे, but you also get to learn a lot. Like you also get to know about their cultures, from where they're coming. Is it still there, that do they still live with their families and all that? So it's interesting to learn a few facts and like learn about their cultures and everything. And it's not just one way, it's two ways, it's the both ways. And this communication is what really makes this career or this job like great. Yeah, be the ambassador of your country, city, or region. This is what the title for this seminar was. So you are the ambassador, you are the representative. They will see whatever you will show, you will show them. So yes, you are representing country, and it's a big thing. It's a big thing. Whatever you will show them, they'll go back and tell their friends and family, okay, I met her, and this is what she told me, and this is a great feeling. And now you're getting emails, okay, now I'm coming to the country and I have been referred about Srishti, so can I have her when I'm on the tour? So this is a great feeling, and you will really cherish it once you get it. Flexibility to work with multiple organizations. So yes, you do have lean season, you do have financial instability with the job, but it's not like being freelancer, it allows you to work with one or more organizations. So now in the peak season, I'm working with Delhi Urban Adventures, but in lean season, the lean season for inbound tourism is from April to August, which is also the peak season for domestic tourism. So why not get some work in that sector? Yeah, so you can work with multiple organizations, but like each and every organization have their own set parameters, which we cannot really cross. So as in for Delhi Urban Adventures, we cannot really work with any other inbound, like with any other company working in inbound field. So this is fine. You can find job in any other sector, like in any other, for example, in domestic or in mines or anything, wherever you can get it. Yeah, so as Sri Harsha told you in the first seminar, like you can have contacts, and if you have contacts, you can, like this would be very easy for you to work out, right? Now pick up alternate careers like travel writing, travel photography, social media influencer, blogging. Like, yes, of course, why not? Like there are a lot of intrepid leaders who are also, like, they are also social media influencers. They blog regularly, and the pictures that I have put in my slides, these are the pictures that I clicked for the tour. So last year, we created a product called Hidden Gems of Delhi Tour. Like the whole team of Delhi Urban Adventures created a product, and we are giving this flexibility in our organization to make up a tour, to execute it. And then we were the ones who were writing content about it. We were the ones who were photographing it. So me, and along with my batchmate Sanjeeta, we were the ones who clicked pictures for this product for Hidden Gems of Delhi Tour. And now, like today, our pictures are on the website of Delhi Urban Adventures. So it's a great feeling. You are not just leading the tours, you're doing multiple things at a time. Now, the last point, which says learn new skills during lean season, this is what I totally believe in, because like I'm not really good with working with multiple organizations. I haven't really, but this is what I regularly do. Like last summer, I did a foundation course in yoga from Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga, because what I used to think was like yoga, like India is the birthplace of yoga, and being from a country जिसका birthplace ही yoga है, and you don't know anything about it, it's a shame. So I thought, okay, let's do this course and have a basic idea of what yoga is, and that really helped me. Yeah, and then I did a foundation course in photography and everything. So this is a great feeling that, like, you know what, this is what I really love about this job, that it's not spontaneous. You are not doing single thing the whole time, but it's always different. And even if you're visiting same place every day, no, but with different people, it's always different, because not everyone is interested in history and, you know, so architecture and stuff. The other time you go there at milestone, maybe this person is more interested in photographing this place and all that. So it's always different. And the more people you meet, the more questions you have, the more answers you don't know, so you strive to learn more. You have this hunger to learn more the whole time. So this is what really makes this a great job for me. And here I end it. So yeah, I thank you so much for your patience, and I hope you could get at least one thing or two from this session that can be or could be helpful for your career in the future. And yeah, so stay safe and take care. Thank you so much for having me. And yes, if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section so that we can answer, as we still have some time. So yes, please.
Yeah, thank you, Srishti. Now the house is open for the question answer round. So you have any question you can ask her. Any questions related to anything like good leading? Yeah, there is one question, Srishti.
Yes, how to gain next destination knowledge. So you need to read. Or like, not everyone is into reading, so you may watch YouTube videos, and you know, but that's important. This is how you gain knowledge. Either read or get piece of information from here or there. Maybe, like, you know what, there are a lot of people, very influencing people, that like if you are interested in Delhi's history as such, so I can write down the names of Swapna Lidl. She gives like amazing sessions on Facebook, so you can follow her, and you'll have an amazing outlook of Delhi, as in what Delhi used to be and what it is now, and, like, you know, everything that Delhi has gone through and everything. So that would be amazing. You can go through her sessions, or like there's this one person called Sir Vikramjit Singh Rooprai, so you can also follow him. So there are a lot of platforms from where you can learn and, you know, gain your knowledge. Yes. Yes. So you can follow them if you're not very much into reading, but yes, reading is the best. If you love reading, then just go for it. If the question is
Okay,
required.
there is one question from Weber.
I have already jotted down all the points. So if you can work on those points, then you can definitely be an open adventures leader. What is the benefit of tour guide? We have already talked about it in the session. So yes, it gives you an outlook of the world, and you always strive to learn something, and this is something that I really love. So yes, there are a lot of benefits, and through context you might get to, you know, do something else too. Like, I'm very much into photography, so it's not just like, if I'm on tour, I might take photographs of people, capture their emotions, or maybe if I'm going to say Ranthambore National Park, I might do some wildlife photography there and here, or maybe I can write. So there are lots of benefits of being a tour leader. Yes, I am a tour leader currently. Yes, I do work with Delhi Urban Adventures. And Varsha, during off season, I really believe in learning. So this is what I do. I opt for one or the other course, though it might not work for everybody. But yes, this is what I do. I opt for courses, and I love to, you know, expand my horizon of knowledge every time. Yeah, so one of the most valuable creative session. Thank you, Vishnu. Thank you, everyone. How can you make a tour guiding unique? See, yes, that's a very, very nice question, Shreya. How can you make our tour guiding unique? So it's you who's unique. Like not everybody can be Shreya, not everybody can be Srishti. So be you, because whatever stories you'll be telling to people might, like, not everybody might be telling those stories, and the way you are delivering a tour might be very different from the other. So it's you who make the tour unique. Is it possible to be a tour leader just after BBA? Yes, of course, Rishabh. Why not? So the first and foremost prerequisite we have for tour leader or tour leading is communication and knowledge. Yeah. So and confidence. You should have the confidence to lead the tours, and that would really work for you. Okay, I'll put down my contact details. And thank you so much, everyone. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. There. Okay, so I have put my contact details. So whoever wants to know anything, you can contact me personally.
Okay, I guess this much of questions only.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Sisti. Thank you very much for coming up and sharing your experiences. We have discussed about various things regarding tour leading, all the opportunities as well as the challenges, and what the students specially can do. So that was a great session. Uh, and on behalf of IITTM family and all the audience and the students, I would like to thank you again.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so, so much for having me.
Thank you. Take
It's
care
such an
and
honor.
take care.
Yeah.
Be safe. Okay. Bye
You
bye.
too, sir. Bye. Bye.
Bye.